Hello, my mindful adventurers. Today is Wednesday. Are you ready for your weekly dose of the blog post? This week we are talking about our relationship with Divinity. This is our final week of the relationship month. I almost said revelation. This is the last week of the relationships month. We're wrapping up February. This is the last week of the month of 2026. February 2026. My name is Jamila. I will be your host. I do the editing and the blog posts and the website and all that stuff. I'll do it all. And I hope that you guys find this video to be helpful. I hope you guys find this video to be insightful. I hope it helps you expand your knowledge and your wisdom and help you gain a better perspective on life, because the relationship we have with the creator or source, divinity, whatever you associate with divinity. And I don't want to just say there's only one. I truly believe there's only one creator, and I do believe, I believe I'm not going to knock other people's beliefs. That's what I'm trying to say. I believe in letting people believe what they want to believe. But this is this is from my perspective, right? This is from my perspective with divinity, because I feel like I've always had a really strong connection with divinity. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how far I've come from when I first, when I was little and I would get insights, and now is what I get insights, because I've changed so much. I've gone from a person who loved themselves to hate themselves, and now I love myself again. So it's interesting how my perspective has changed, and just how I feel about the relationship I have. But without further ado, let's dive in, because I know you guys are here for it. You guys clicked on the post. It literally says the title. Either the title got your attention or I got your attention. Either way, you're here. And the title is "Let's talk about a sovereign soul's relationship with divinity," because our relationship, we are sovereign souls. We are sovereign within ourselves. We can choose whether we want to work with divinity or not, and it's up to us. But obviously, you're here if you want to know how your sovereignness, or how a sovereign soul, such as yourself, can interact with and become more close with divinity, because the creator, the God, they're not just here to tell you what you can and cannot do. They want a relationship with you. They want to see you love. They want to see you thrive, grow, expand, become who all you want to be, reach your goals, experience things you want to experience, feel, be a human, let the blood pump in your veins, breathe that fresh air. They want you to experience all of these wonderful things. And I'm sorry that it is windy. I have the mic on my hand, in my hand. It's gonna get moved around, so I apologize for any audio disturbances. Okay. But anywho, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be like I said, we're gonna be diving in deeper than just religion or dogma, because it's not about that. It's about a living, breathing relationship. It's just like you showing up to your friend's house, or with your parents, or somebody you're close to, anybody. It doesn't mentor. This is a living, breathing relationship, not just the way that you live your. I mean, it's not just. I mean, it is the way you live your life, but it's also it's more than that. You live your life, experiencing life with your friends and your family and whoever else you hold dear. Maybe I don't know, maybe you have different names for your friends and family. You know what I mean? Maybe you call them your. I don't fucking know. I don't. I don't know. But whoever you see in that light. You know what I mean? It's not just the way you live. It's not just you spend time with them sometimes and you hang out with them, talk to them. You know what I mean? Rely on them if you need them. If you can rely on them for the things that you need help with. It's not just that, it's also your interactions with them, getting to know them, and talking to them, and learning with them. And you know what I mean? It's not just how you live your life, and sometimes they're in and out of your life. It's about how you feel about them. You know what I mean? The creator is person, and I hate to say person. I don't like to say people, human, because they're not human. It's source energy. It's they're more abstract than a physical being, like me sitting here in front of you. I truly believe the universe is in everything, and about the universe, I mean the creator. And that's another thing. I need to stop saying that, because I used to say the universe was created by the creator. Why am I giving power to I use them interchangeably. I do, and I feel bad, but hey, I'm here. I'm human. Eventually, I'll stop using it. But for now, this is what we do. But you can also check out the blog post. It's down below in the description. You can find it. It should be literally listed like the blog post, and then there'll be there's another blog post I want to put in there too. Actually, I did write a whole blog post on spirituality, so I'll have that link below. There is no video for that, so there won't be like a card for it or like a link to a video for it, but you can go read it. It's one of the first blog posts I did. Actually, it was in the first month that I launched a mindful, so definitely go check that out. The anniversary is coming up in 2 months, so I'm excited. But yes, anywho, let's dive into the blog post. I mean, the companion video. What am I talking about? I don't know. Stick here. You guys love me. You're right here. You love me. Okay. Or maybe you don't love me. You just found me, and like this is your first impression of me, and I seem like a crazy, out of control goofball. Welcome to the world of a mindful adventure where we're just open and crazy goofballs. This is a dog that is here, and she might interrupt at some point, so they're probably I don't know. She was kind of dumped by her owner, but anywho, my dog is also out here too. So if you see Orion, you'll see him. But yeah, she's new. She will hopefully be going home soon. So yeah. Anywho, she's just a visitor. Anywho, yes, let's jump into point number one because I just introed. I just did the whole intro, right? And I'm ready to dive in. And of course, if I miss anything or if there's anything I need to edit or whatever, I'm gonna put it inside next to me. I don't know which side's bigger. I don't know if it's this side or this side, but when I'm editing, I'll be able to see it on my screen. So, editing Jamila, you got me. Okay, I don't know why I made that face. Anyway, fucking goofball. So, point one, beyond the rule book, right? Beyond dogma and what's beyond dogma and into intimacy, because just like with ourselves, like of course there's things that we need to do, like take care of our health. Like we can't ignore that. We have to take care of our health. You know, we have to eat food. We need to move our bodies in the way that feel comfortable and good to us. We experience things, all that stuff. That's just like it's kind of like a religion. It's kind of like a dogma. It's like stuff that you just got to do, in order to maintain your way of life. But the relationship, the intimacy that comes like that we have for ourselves within that relationship is the intimacy that we have within the creator, not just like the rules that they have, how we should live our lives. And even that I truly don't believe like truly is like all the divine, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's definitely influenced or like inspired by the divine, but I feel like some of it is like it's wrapped up with how people feel and their circumstances and who's watching over their back and things of that nature. So all of that I like to put into perspective when I'm looking at religious texts or like referring to religious texts or religious ceremonies and things of that nature. I like to really truly go from my heart and like from I don't like to read and like go. I mean, I'll read sometimes, but I don't rely on readings and texts and things of that nature. Like if I hear someone talk about something and I'm interested in it, I'll go do some research, right? And I'm gonna take the information from it that vibes with me, that sits with me, and I'll keep the information that doesn't really sit with me. I'll keep it on the back burner. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll find someone who like describes it in a different way, and I open my mind to that because I'm just interested in all the ways that one can be spiritual, all the ways that one can like experience life as a human being. Because like I said, it's more than just life. It's about the relationship we have. Like Divinity doesn't want us to be obedient to human rules or just rules in general. They want co-creation. They want to work with us to create the life that we want. Because they want us, like I said, they want to see us joyful. They want to see us happy. They want to see us enjoy our fucking lives. You think the creator wants to see us miserable? Like, what? I mean, for people who tell you that the universe or God or the creator wants to see you miserable or broke or like a level of humble that looks like poverty, I don't know where the fuck they've been living, put in their head for the last, I don't know how many fucking years, but the last time I checked, the world ran on fucking money. And if you want to have a good quality of life, you need some money. I mean, you may not need millions of dollars to achieve what you want to achieve in this lifetime, but it's nice to have some money to get the things done. Because you can't just do, I mean, you can. I mean, I've seen people damn near move mountains with no money, but they had people backing them with money. So, like, have the money for yourself so you can put it where you want it, right? Sorry, I don't know why I just like went off because like I really truly feel like there's a lot of people out here that feel like in order to be a true servant or a true like practitioner of their religion, and this is I feel like I feel specifically for like monotheistic. I don't know. I don't really know much about polytheistic relationships, religions. But what I do know is that I feel like a lot of people preach that you need to be broke, busted, and disgusted in order to like have a good quality of life. And I'm sorry, but I don't want to be living in a cardboard box like doing this. I would rather be living in a house. Like I would rather be living in my own space, you know what I mean, than like just struggling like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like there's another way. Anywho, I digress, right? I digress because that is not what this is about, but I really just want to integrate that real quick because it's like there's more to religion. I mean, well, just religion. There's more to the dogma. There's more to a deity, divinity, than just being humble and in reverence to such deity. Yes, that sums that up. We can go to the next point. Well, not the next point, but the next part of this section. So like, you know, instead of divinity, thinking of divinity as like a judge, like from a distant land that you've never met before and just like passes judgment on you when you pass away, think of divinity as like a parent or a partner, someone who wants to grow with you, someone who wants to help you grow, someone who wants to give you all that they can give you, wants to show you the motherfucking world and then some, and give you everything you fucking wanted, including the moon. That's what divinity is. They want to be all up in your business. They want to give you all the shit that you desire. They really do. They want you to be happy. They want you to be satisfied with life. Like they don't want you to be miserable. They don't want you to be broke. So I want you guys to like look at it that way. I want you guys to look at divinity from that way, from a standpoint of like a partnership, as or a parent, and not even just like not like a parent. And see, a lot of us also have fucked up parent like childhoods. So like we think parents are like this domineering presence in our life when really they're just supposed to be there to help guide us and not tell us like what we can and cannot do with our lives, you know, like to help us, you know, navigate the world, of course, and like to help us navigate our society, of course. But parents should not be like, it's my way or the highway. Like, we are all individuals. Like, you should let your child breathe. If a child wants to make fucking mistakes, they'll let them make mistakes. Don't just like pick up your child every single time they trip and fall. Let them pick themselves up. But anywho, that's how I feel. You know, a good. I mean, like, I'm saying just a good parent, but like I feel like that's the type of parenting like we should all had experienced. Not if you had a parent that was so strict that you couldn't even like leave the house without giving some kind of special code to, I don't know, it's like, you know, like really strict shit, like really like basically the whole house is on lockdown kind of shit. Like, yeah. Anywho, again, I digress, but that's not the kind of relationship that that divinity wants for us. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. But like recently I actually had encounters with divinity. Divinity. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, but I actually had encounters, and several. And I didn't think they were anything until like I really sat there and thought about them, because like they were really like, it was kind of like one of the encounters I had was in a dream. And I was like, it was a dream that happened, and I was trying to write, because I had 3 dreams that night, and I was trying to write them down in order that I had them. But while I was writing the first one in all the detail, the second one just kept, the third one, I'm pretty sure it was actually the third one, kept pushing and pushing and pushing and bugging me. And it was like, write me down, kind of like vibe. Like it was just like throwing me, the vivid imagery and the wording and all the stuff that happened in the other dream while I'm trying to write this other dream down. And I'm like, fuck, okay. So I started writing this other dream down. I write ended up writing like a page and a half. I don't know. I don't go into too much detail, but I go into enough detail to like track major themes and stuff in my dreams, because I've been having a lot of dreams where I live in the woods recently. I don't exactly know what that means, but I mean the woods is my happy place, so it's probably why I have those dreams. But anyway, yeah. So I'm writing down the details of this dream. And it was just like it was sticking out to me, like so. And then it wasn't until earlier today actually that I was sitting there and thinking about all the other times I had dreams or visions or like thoughts or experiences that just like stuck with me more than any other like experience that was similar or whatever has. And I really like truly feel like those moments in time were times where the creator was expressing to me through messengers, through messages, through words, through images, feelings, you know what I mean, like through the ways that we can communicate, right? And I just feel like because my relationship, because I told you when I started off this, like I told you, I started off loving myself, like truly I love myself, I love my body, I love everything about me. And then I got to a point where I started hating myself. I started not liking my body. I started disassociating to the point where I didn't even recognize myself. Like I look at myself in the mirror and like I would be like, what the fuck am I looking at? Like that's not who I am, that's not me. Like in my mind, like I look different, you know what I mean? So anywho, I've come a long way, and now that I'm back to the point where now I love myself again, and I'm embracing my body, like I'm all here for my body, like I just want everything my body can give me, and I want my body to take care of me, and I want to take care of my body because this is a partnership with my body too, right? I realize that like it opens me up to like more sensitive information than like I've ever been open to before, and I don't want to say like sensitive, but I want to say like a level of information absorption than I've ever had before. Because before, like I said, I've had experiences before in my life where I would experience like messages and things and signs and synchronicities and things of that nature from the creator, but I feel like it's more direct. Like it's more like and before let's say the message, the whole time the message was like to go mow the lawn, for whatever reason. Maybe there's something in the lawn that I'd never seen before and I would like to see it, and whatever. Like let's say like let's say because I didn't mow the lawn, like say the reason why I was meant to mow the lawn was because I had lost like one of the house keys or something, you know what I mean, in the lawn, right? So I go mow the lawn. But I don't know why I'm mowing the lawn, but I'm just like mowing the lawn. Like I just feel like I should mow the lawn. So I mowed the lawn and I found my house key. That's how it used to be. Now it's like I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, dang man, I lost that house key a couple months later or weeks. I mean, yeah, sometimes it's even minutes or hours. It doesn't even have to be weeks or months, or even years. I've had it be years, but where I was like sitting there, I was like, dang, that house key. And then like time goes on, and then I'm sitting there. Now it's not just like, oh, I get a feeling to like mow the lawn. I get like kind of like almost like an audible like mow the lawn and see what happens kind of thing. Like not just like you should like a nudge. So it's like a see what happens when you go do this thing. That's what it's been like kind of becoming. It's kind of been like, oh, you thought that was great? Well, see what happens when you go do this. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna go do the thing. And I go do the thing, and I'm like, that's what happens when I go do that thing. So it's definitely been a shift, right? From a less abstract kind of like just a feeling, to a more of a this like do it because this is what you want. Like this is the thing that you've been desiring. Like open your eyes. Like you've been asking me for all of these things. Well, I'm telling you how to get it, but you gotta go do it. And that's kind of like how it's been for me. I mean, that's been like like for the last I can't say 6 months, I can't say 4 months, I want to say 2 to 3 months. It's been like that for me, where it's been very like clear, like I mean like almost so clear it's kind of scary. Um, yeah. But again, like I said before, like my stance on spirituality, like I said, it's already in like my other blog post, so I'm not gonna go too much more into it. I will talk about like some of like their directs. I think a couple of the messages I can share with you guys. I feel like I can share. Yeah, I can definitely share like one of the messages with you guys. I just want you guys to see like what is possible. Like what is possible when you truly love yourself, right? And when you truly like take time to build a relationship with other people and build relationship with the environment, because that strengthens your relationship with divinity. Because the deeper you're able to meet yourself and meet other people, because like when you meet other people, right? You not just meet other people. I mean, like when you meet up with other people, you talk to other people, you interact with other people, you are also strengthening your relationship with yourself, and you're also learning new things that you would have never learned if you had never interacted with these other people, or yeah, with these other people, or these experiences, or the environment in the way that you have, right? So yeah, I was just like trying to make sure it's all like it's all pretty clear. I think I got it. Okay. Next part. So this is the part where I tell you about that. Move this around so I can see it. I fold these papers all weird so I can like keep all the whole point in the thing, and then I don't know. I know what I'm telling you. This is it's not important like at all. So this is like this whole this whole part is like my little messenger testimony. Basically about the messenger I told you. It's literally about the dream. So like, remember I told you I had 3 dreams that one night. It was literally like 3 or 4 nights ago. I had 3 dreams, and one of the dreams, I was um I was interacting with my family, and we were on like a road trip kind of thing, and we ended up back in my home state where they all live. And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to our houses real quick, get some stuff for the kids, that kind of thing, right?" And they said they were only going to be gone for like a couple hours, whatever, like do their thing. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, because I think I just had like a fan. I don't know. In the dream, I had my own vehicle, right, and we're all traveling together, like in a caravan kind of thing. And I think I had like my own van or whatever. And so I was there with my stuff, and I was like chilling, and then like 5 hours went by, and I was like, "Yo, where the fuck are you guys?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we decided to go to this place." I'm like, "Yo, seriously?" And it's crazy because my family never does this shit, so it was like really weird how that happened in my dream. But I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I ended up was like, "Fuck, I want to go do something." So I find out that there's like this not community, this charity event, right? And they're having like big name people come, and like not really big people, but like B-list celebrities, I guess you could say, like come and like do performances, and just like do their art, on stage kind of thing. And it's like a concert. They have food and like stuff for the kids and all that shit, and you come and you get all the stuff that you give as donations for the event. I don't know what the event was, okay? I can't tell you what the event was, but I decided that I wanted to go. And I call up my friends, and I'm like, "Hey, I want you guys to come hang out with me," and these are like friends from like my childhood, right? Because like that's my hometown. I grew up until I was 13 in Washington, and then I moved to Texas before I turned 14. Yeah, and I basically all the way through high school, and then I went to college, and then yeah, so I didn't really like have like a solid. So most of the people that I know in Washington are like my childhood friends from like when I was like a little child, right? Um, so I have all these friends with me. I like get 4 people to come, right? And they're with me, and we're walking around, we're having a good time, we're talking and shit, and it's just random. Like I don't even remember what the conversations were. We're just like doing what people do when they catch up. We're just talking, and then I hear on stage, I really love Doja Cat. Okay, let me just real quick. I really love Doja Cat. Okay, Doja Cat is like one of my favorite artists because, like, yeah, she has a controversial past, but again, who doesn't? Like, I literally had a past where I disassociated so hard that I didn't think I even looked like myself. So, like, anywho, not that anyone knew that, but now you know. But anywho, just not like, I know she has a controversial past. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I love her music. Her music's all good. Like, I can literally listen to her music all day, every day, for weeks, and be like, yes. And I also just love that she just does, like, she kind of just does what she wants, and like, people still love her, and I love that. Like, I love that type of that knowing within herself. Like, she just, like, she knows who the fuck she is, and she's not gonna have to let anybody like tell her, you know, who she's not. You know, and I know some people also feel that way about Rihanna and like some other people like Beyonce and stuff like that, and like, you know. Okay, cool. But this for me is I love fucking Doja. Anywho, so I hear Doja Cat on stage. I was like, oh my fucking god. She was not on the list. Like, this is not somebody that was supposed to be here. Because they're like, yeah, she wasn't here. She was like, just like flying through. And she was like, oh, I'm going to go to this charity event. Fuck it, I'm going to show up. And so she like, I guess she just decided to come. And it was just her, though. There was no security. There was no backup singers. There was no band. There was no camera people. Like, there's nothing. It was just her, right? And I was like, yo. And I was so excited. You know, who fucking knows it. So she starts performing, and like, the people who are sitting like in the place where like they're having like the concerts and like comedy shows and stuff and like whatever on stage, they're dead silent. Like, they're just like, they're not like completely silent, but they're not like paying attention or really, like, they're just talking, you know, how people like talk to themselves, and they kind of like just like whatever. None of them were engaging with her, and I was like, what? You know what I mean? I was like, what? I was like, this is crazy. So she was trying to get everybody hyped, right? So she was like, you know how like celebrities, they run, you know, through the crowd, not through the crowd, but like, well, kind of through the crowd, and like, high five them, you know, as they go down, right? And she was doing that, and none of them was engaging. She came all the way to the top, and I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I run up to her, and I was like, whoa, wait, security? And then I was like, wait, she doesn't have any security. And I was like, fuck it, I ain't never gonna get a chance like this again. I don't know. That's what I thought in my dream. So, I started running with her, but I'm like running backwards while she's running forwards, and I'm like watching her, and then like she hands me the fucking mic to like sing, and she's singing "Say So," which is a song she doesn't like to perform, but you know, people like that song. So I sang the last bit of the song, and I ended up like fucking up the last 3 words, but she didn't care. She was like, okay, kind of like, okay, girl. she was like, please, like, she was like, you didn't butcher it, you know, your voice, your vocals weren't ass, like, you did good. And I was like, you know, feeling, I was so proud of myself. And then I like ran back up to where my friends were, and they weren't my friends anymore. They were like these tall fucking figures that I've never seen before. Well, one of them I've seen before. From another message that I actually had recently that I'm not sharing with you guys, because that's not the one I'm led to being share with you guys. I'm sure you guys the one right now about this dream. Anywho, so I get there, and one of the messengers is already standing there. It's like just like 7 foot tall, like super dark, like slender man. Not slender man, not slender man, but like a dark skin, like tall, slender man. And then the other 3 were like paler skin, like kind of like Caucasian. I would say like, but kind of bronzy, like maybe like not Middle Eastern, but like Mediterranean, like kind of like descent. But anywho, the first angel said something to the effect of like, you did a good job. The second one said, you're very talented. The last 2 argued with each other, like back and forth. They were kind of like, oh, she like back and forth kind of thing. And then they both looked at me and in unison said, the gods are pleased with you, and they want to work with you. And I was like, yo, what? I was like, what do you mean? And they listed off like some like, I mean, like mostly Greek gods, and like one of them was actually not a god at all. It was Archimedes, which is a mathematician, philosopher, and I can't remember all he does. But, you know, he's not a god. But I was like, oh, these people are interested in me? That's interesting. But then they're like, but it's not going to happen because you already have 3 goddesses who are watching over you. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, Hecate and like 2 other goddesses like they're rooting for you. They've been in your corner since basically before you were born. And then like these gods are now like, oh, you're being flashy? I like it. Like, we want to join. And I'm like, Oh, so because they were saying basically like Hecate was seeing them as like like they're jumping on the bandwagon, like kind of thing, and I was like, interesting. And that was kind of like the dream. Like there wasn't really much after that, but like I said, it would like the events of the dream like were like pressed onto my memory so hard that when I was writing down a totally different dream, I think I was literally living in the forest, like doing some kind of like school event or something like that. No, but anywho, so like yeah, so I thought that was really interesting. Like it was like, why is that bothering me so much? Not bothering me, but like on my mind so deeply, right? And I go do some research and I start looking up some stuff, and I find, like do some research on Hecate, and then like I remember like her name came up like a while ago. I was doing like some dark divination like reading, because I'm like looking at like not divination, dark feminine, not divination, Jesus Christ, dark feminine, like reading on like dark feminine and like the feminine energies and stuff like that, and just like what it truly means to like be like like a powerful feminine energy kind of thing. And like her name came up, and then while I was doing research on her, I remember that um oh my gosh, my brain keeps going blank every single time I'm trying to remember her name. And it ends with a T too. Shakti. Shakti also came up while I was like doing research on her. It came up in a lot of things. It was coming up in podcasts that I was listening to, and it came up in like um the song that I had found that I really liked. And I was like, oh, this song's fire. And then like all of a sudden they started talking about the goddess Shakti, and I was like, yo, what? I know, I was like, okay. So, I mean, I feel like, if it is, if I had a guess, it'd be those two, and I don't know who the third one is, but yeah, I thought that was interesting, and I think it's interesting that it's like, for me, because, like I said, one of the messengers I'd seen before, so I kind of felt like it was, like, I seen before in a meditation, not in a dream, but in a meditation, um, and I feel like it's like, I'm doing something different. Like I'm doing something different, right? And I'm doing something to the effect that like other people are noticing, people are starting to get interested, like people are like, "Oh, I'm liking this energy." Like, and I'm like I'm really like feeling myself, like I'm really like stepping into my own power. Like I don't truly like, if I'm going to truly be honest, I was in a situation, like an actual situation where, I was at, say, the charity event, and Doja did show up, and I did have that experience. I'd probably be too scared to do what I did in that dream. You know what I mean? So like, it's kind of like showing me in a way that when I embrace myself and I embrace who I am and like my desires and like who I know I can become, it really makes a difference to the point where like even like the gods, like God, notices and takes note and wants to work with me and cultivate and nurture that side of nurture that side of me. And I like it meant a lot to me. Like I'm getting kind of like getting like emotional, but like it really means a lot to me because it's like I already have Divinity in my corner. They've been with me since before I was born, but even now, Divinity still wants to work with me and be like, even though you fucked up those last 3 words, we don't give a fuck. We want to see you get on stage and do some more. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the vibe I got. So it's like encouraging me to like step up on my platforms, like, and me like showing up in these videos, like doing these things and like showing up in a way that I used to dream to show up in, instead of dreaming, I'm doing it. Like I've always wanted a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel. I always wanted to make content online and write, and I'm doing that with my blog posts. Like I've always wanted to be on to be not an influencer, but I always wanted to be on social media and to like to have followers and like have people like vibe with me on the internet, and and I have that. And like, I mean, it's not all, I'm not viral by any sense of the means at this moment, but like I'm doing the things that I always wanted to do, and I'm just so proud of myself. And I know that the universe, and that, see, I told you guys, the creator is proud of me as well. And like to have a messenger come to me twice, like in the same week, well, for something totally different before, and then to come to me again and say like you're talented, like yo. That's just like, yeah, I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right. So like, when you connect with yourself more deeply, right, it like gets rid of that static, like I said earlier, like the connection with yourself and with other people, but specifically that connection with yourself, it allows you to meet other people more deeply and to show up as deeply as you show up for yourself. And with each of these weeks, we've been clearing the static. Like I said, we've been clearing the mess, the gunk, so that we can get to the meat and the potatoes and the steak of the relationship with the divinity. Because our relationship with divinity is kind of our relationship with everything. I mean, if we're, because like divination, creation, God, like energy is a source energy. It's a creating energy. It's loving, all powerful energy. And if we're becoming intertwined, I want to say entangled, but that sounds, I don't know, it sounds like kind of like bad. But like like yeah, entwined with that energy and like embrace that energy. It allows you to decipher that energy even better than you could before. It allows you to have like a clean palate, if that makes sense. So like, when you're trying foods and stuff like that, and then you get to a point where it's like, oh, I taste this thing, I tasted 5 tastes ago, and you're like, I gotta clear my palate, get some water or cracker or whatever you have to clear your palate, and then continue eating, right? Or trying things, like if you've ever done wine tasting. I've never done that, but I know that they have water so you can clear your palate. Or like whiskey tastings or any kind of like tasting thing, when you get to a point where it's like all the flavors are kind of together and you're like, I need to clean my palate. That's basically what this coming back to yourself is. And I don't want to just say coming back to yourself, but also like becoming intimate with yourself is the word I'm looking for. Is when you're becoming more intimate with yourself. Okay. Got my water ready. Well, I drank some water. I'm ready for the last half. We gonna get it out. So I'm just encouraging you guys, like, if I'm able to hear these things, if I'm able to see these things, if I'm able to have these encounters, like, you can too. Like, it's not impossible. Like, you might, of course, you are going to experience things different than I will. I will never say you'll experience things the exact same I will, right? But you can totally have this type of relationship too. You could totally have dreams that, like, bother you throughout your entire day. They're just trying to tell you, hey, divinity loves you, or hey, like, remember that thing that you've been trying to decide on? Maybe you should decide for or decide for it or decide against it or to go with something different. That's the kind of insight that I'm guiding you guys, or not guiding you guys, but I'm hoping that you guys are able to achieve. I would say I can guide you, but I really can't. Like, it's really up to you and what you vibe with. But I can only give from my perspective. So if my perspective helps you, then by all means, take all the information and run with it, honey. All right, so point 3. So the dark and the light, the balance, the equal partnership, the duality, the life that we live on this life, the life that we live on this life. Jamila, what do you think? The life that we live on this rock, flying. I don't even want to say flying. Oh, the rock we live on, flinging through space and time at 1 billion miles an hour. Okay, it's not 1 billion miles an hour, but it feels like it. I mean, we're spinning at over 6,000 miles an hour. The planet is moving at over 12 or 20,000 or something like that, thousands of miles an hour. And I mean, the galaxy, our solar system within the galaxy, and the galaxy is flying at another 30,000 miles, and then at this point, we're going at billions of miles an hour. I mean, like, we're just around the universe. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I get excited. I love astrology. I like the planets. I think they're cool. I like space. I think it's cool. Okay. Like I said, you guys are here because you love this energy. You guys are here because you love this weirdo energy. If you're still here, leave a comment. I want to know who you are. Yay! Okay. Okay, balance. Sorry, yes, the duality, right? So, divinity, right? Divinity, like, a lot of people really, like, one of the things I want to say, like, I've noticed, like, because I grew up Christian, okay? I grew up Christian. I grew up, like, I mean, real devout, like, super in it. I came alive, got baptized. I even got freaking tattoo, like, like, I was in it. I was in it. Really. But one of the things I always noticed was that, my hip, my rotator, I need to move. See, I'm talking about we need to move. I need to move. What am I talking about? I was kidding. No, seriously though, what am I talking about? I need to move too. But like a lot of people, like they always like want to call on divinity or God or the creator or gods or whoever when they're in shit. Like when the shit hits the fan, that's when they want to like talk to divinity and the creator, and it's like really what you should have been doing was talking to them at all times, not just like when shit hits the fan. The creator doesn't just want you at your lowest. The creator wants you at your highest. You know why? Because they can make your highs even higher. Hello, Buggy. You flipped over, bud. Here you go. Okay. There's a little tiny bug. It was like, so I picked it up and put it over there. Anyway, into the grass where it belongs because it can get food and water and shelter and safety and whatever else it may need. I don't know what kind of bug it is, so, but I know it has wings and little tiny legs. Anyway, okay. Intro. Yes. So the creator wants us to be us with us in our beautiful and our darkest times, not just only our good times or just only our bad times. The creator wants to be here through it all. A partner, good friendship, parent, the real good devoted one that lives up to their name and their title. They're gonna want to be there through all of it. The bad, the good, the ugly, the amputation. I don't know why I said that, but like through all the crazy shit. They want to be there through it. They want to be there for it. They want to be there with you. They want to experience that life. They want to experience life with you. They want to be there at all stages of your life because they love you and they care about you so deeply that they want to experience life with you, that they want to partnership with you, that they want to enter into your world. Because someone who wants to enter into your world, they care about you. They should care about you. They care about you and they want what's best for you, and they also want to be there for you through the thick and the thin. Like literally the fucking wedding vows are usually through sickness and in health and all that stuff, because you're supposed to be with that person forever, even when it's good and when it's bad, even if they're freaking terminally ill, if they're in a wheelchair, like you love that person, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole point. Sorry, Bear like hit the fuck out of the mic. You're supposed to be there, right? And that the creator wants that. They want to be with you from the beginning to the end. They want to carry you when you can't walk. They want to help you. They want to give you the things that you desire. They just want you to have the best quality life that you possibly can have. What's so hard to understand? I know I'm like going in circles. I know, right? I'm going in circles. I'm not. You probably already understand it now. You probably already understand it now. So yeah, it's equal partnership, right? Where we are called to rise and create with them as equals. We're allowed to do what we feel needs to be happening to shape our lives instead of asking for permission. Do you think, okay, there's a tree that's in front of me, and I talk about this tree like all the time, like all my, well, not all my videos, but a lot of my videos or in the live stream. Ooh, a rabbit. The dogs just took off. Anywho, but this tree in front of me, it's over 100 years old, right? And this tree did not ask for any fucking permission to grow here. I mean, I think it was planted here. But besides that it was planted, this other tree over here and over there, all these big ass trees, this grass, it didn't say, hey, can I grow here? No, it said, fuck it, I'm planted here, I'm gonna grow. This is where I need to be. This is the soil I want, the water I want, the lighting I want, the atmosphere I want, the wind, the rain, the waves. This is what I want, and I love it. So I'm gonna grow here. Like, I'm not gonna fucking say, what do you mean? Like, can I grow here? I'm gonna fucking grow here. All this crap. All the trees. Like, they never asked. The birds didn't ask. They fucking did what they gotta do. You know what I mean? So we need to, like, stop asking for permission, and we need to, like, start shaping our lives alongside source, because, like I said, they want to be with us. They want to lock in with us. They want to help us the best that they can, which is better than any fucking human can ever. So, like, come on now. This relationship is more important than your human relationships. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest with you, next to your relationship with yourself, this is another important fucking relationship. Seriously. Because if a person can't do it, you best believe the creator of all can fucking do it. Like that. Like, fucking that. Like, literally, I could finish recording this, and I can get a phone call, and they could be like, hey, we're giving you $7 million to write a book and film a documentary, and you just gotta, like, stay at our house at this place, whatever, you know, like, with the company. I don't know. My brain just keeps thinking of Lionsgate. I don't know. Lionsgate is not, like, okay, whatever. I don't know. That's what's coming to mind. And then Limited Co, or it's LTD. I don't know I don't know if I can find the name. I'll put it here. Not that it should be. I shouldn't put that in here. But, like, that's what's coming to my mind, right? Fucking Disney. Not that they would, but Disney called me up and was like, hey, like, we want to do a documentary on your life. Like, we saw your shit and we love it. Like, we want to, like, help you and give you this money. Like, I'm not, well, one, I'm gonna make sure my gut, my heart, my throat, like, my body, like, my connection, that's the source connection, is clear, and I'm getting a yes, and I'm not getting a no. Even if they're giving me millions of dollars, like, it could sound amazing, but it also could just be me walking into a trap. And by a trap, I mean contracts where I'm not able to be myself. And I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I'm not able to be myself, because my brand is based off of me, my experiences and my living. So it would be stupid of me to pretend to be something I'm not. So if someone wanted to, like I said, someone to offer me money tomorrow, even though I would love that fucking money, I'm not gonna fucking take it, because I'm not gonna fucking abandon myself. Fuck that shit. I'm not getting backed into a fucking corner, and to the point where it's like, now we tell you what you can and cannot wear, dress, talk, say, what your hair can be like, all that fucking shit. No. No. Okay? No. But anywho, like I'm saying, right? The universe can change your life at any moment. Literally. Like, anything can happen. Like I said, I could literally get off this and get a phone call or email or whatever, and someone's offering me something for what I'm doing. It could happen. You could literally next week, I could be somewhere else filming this. I could be on a beach filming this. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen, but the universe knows things and sees things you can never know and see. And your relationship with them is so important, because they're like your little spy, your little birdie, your little confidant that's in your ear all the time, 24/7. You can't even if you were in prison in solitary confinement, guess what? They can still get to you. So, like, come on. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Comment down below. I get what you're saying. And if you're still here, please comment down below. I'd love to know who you are. All right, for the last little bit, okay, because we going around the full circle now. And this is the full circle. This is the conclusion. This is the wrap it up week. Because next month is all about the mind body connection. I'm excited. Okay. I love the mind body connection. I've been talking about it for months now. So I'm super excited to talk about this in March, because the world is starting to wake up. Okay. Okay. So full circle, right? Bring it back. Bring it back to the beginning. Right? We started off with being intimate with ourselves, because the first relationship and the most important relationship, besides Divinity, is ourselves. Because we need to know how we feel in these situations, and how we experience things, and how we go through emotions and things of that nature. We need to know these things. This is very important. Then we worked on a relationship with other people. I mostly did it because the Valentine's Day was that week, but this is also our relationships that we don't get to pick, like our parents and our immediate family members and things of that nature, you know, school and all that stuff. I mean, maybe you get to school, I don't know, whatever. But, you know, these types of things. People you don't get to pick. Then, of course, people you do get to pick, like your partners and your colleagues to an extent. I mean, like, yeah. And your friends and things of that nature, right? And family members that you decide to pick, like, you know, friends and basically become family members. Like that. Then we talked about the environment, because I feel like when we're able to ground, right, and like come with all of this information that we've learned from the intimacy with ourselves and with other people, and we're able to take it into our relationship with the environment, that then creates like a channel, like kind of like a like an antenna with our body. Kind of like hold on now, it's like we're radios, and we got an antenna, so we're to the creator, to divinity. And now that we're in the last month, this is how we maintain that channel, right? We maintain that channel by being open. We maintain that channel by realizing that divinity is in everything. Literally, I was talking about the trees and the grass and stuff. I feel like divinity is in everything. Even this dog right here, even though she gets on my nerves and rubs herself all over me and knocks all my shit over and burns herself on my things, even though I'm like, it's on fucking fire. I see divinity in her too, like in myself and the people who come and interact in the video and in myself. Like I said, myself. I just said myself. But yeah, I see divinity in all these things. Everything is here for a reason. There are no coincidences, and this is something I get more into detail in the blog post. So if you want more information on that, definitely come check out the blog post, because I get into way more like not practical tips, but like I guess more like life things. I don't know how to explain it. Not life things. I don't know how to explain it. Just go check it out. It's more structured than this, right? More structured than this. Obviously, it's not conversational because it's a blog post, but you guys can go get more information there, because you're supposed to watch them and read them together. This is a companion to the blog post. This companion's the blog post. The blog post is the main one. This is the secondary information. Okay. So yeah, and you can't like have like this level of divine intimacy like what like I have, where I'm like real locked in, without like meeting yourself at that level of intimacy, like being your best friend, being that partner, showing up for yourself, checking in with yourself, making sure that you're doing okay. Maybe you just need to tell yourself every day, or ask yourself every day, hey, how am I doing right now? What do I need to do right now to make myself feel good and comfortable and whole within myself? Or what do I need to do today to achieve that? Like, what's something that I can do for me today, you know? So keep that in mind. Like I said, keep that in mind. Like I said, I never said that, but keep it in mind. While you walk out through your day, when you experience things, when you get sudden ideas, when you're just existing, because it could be divinity speaking, or it could be your body telling you things. Sometimes your fears are really loud, and sometimes most of the time they're way louder than divinity. So you gotta check in with yourself. Do you feel constraint? Do you feel panicked? Do you feel, oh my god, like FOMO? It's probably not divinity. Now, sometimes it can feel like that if you've been ignoring something for years, right? I've been there, I've done that. But for the most part, it's usually not like that when it comes to divinity. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. And like I said, there's more of that kind of information will be in the blog post, so check it out, please. Okay, I love you guys so much, and I want to tell you guys the prompt for the week, because this is the prompt for the whole week. Like, this is going in the blog post. This is obviously here. This is going for the Saturday engagement. I'm excited. Okay, and also we're having a live this Saturday, the 28th of February. I hope you guys show up for that. Anyway, so the prompt is: if you were to quiet the noise of the world for just a moment, what is one nugget of wisdom, or one reoccurring sign the divine architect has been sending your way? How does it feel to realize you aren't just weaving alone, but are being guided by messengers meant only for you? I want you guys to think about that. I want you guys to comment down below. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. Like, we have good conversation. Well, decent conversations on TikTok. I would love to have conversations here on YouTube and Instagram and Pinterest. So I don't know how Pinterest comments work. I do use Pinterest, but I'm not sure how the comments work. I mean, we could talk, but you know, come on, bring yourself. Like I said, not like I said, but like I try to say, I have my link tree down below, so you can check me out on the social medias I just mentioned. And also check out the blog post, like I said, and then the other blog post for defining spirituality is also down below. Links to the last 3 blog posts are also down below, and along with their YouTube videos, they'll be listed in the blog post. So at the bottom of the blog post, there will be a link to the YouTube video. So if you like leave this page and you go to the website and you're like, oh shit, I want to go back to the YouTube page, guess what? At the bottom, you just click it, it takes you right back here. So I hope you guys find what you're looking for wherever you go, and I hope you guys find what you're looking for. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your 24 hours wherever you are in that 24-hour scale. And I hope you guys come check out the live this Saturday, February 28th at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, all the way until dark. So like what time is it now? 6:30, 6:40. So yeah, so like almost a 4-hour live stream. So I hope you guys come check that out. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. And oh, Bear also says hello, and Bear says that that they love you. Okay, bye guys. See ya.